How about them Rangers again? Rangers win, baby, 6-3. I can't even. I need two hands to count. 6-3 for this one over the Toronto Maple Leafs. What a night at the Garden. I was in attendance, which is why this is going up later than it normally would. But what a night it was. Ryan Reaves, how about that? What a performance from him tonight. The Ryans together combining for 5 points. Leafs blow 3-1 lead. Stop me if you heard that one before. Just unreal. It did not look pretty at all at the start of this game. The first period was one of the worst periods the Rangers have played all year. But if there's one thing that the Rangers do well this year that they never did under David Quinn, that is they respond well. And we saw that tonight. What a response from the team. Night and day the difference from the first period to the second period and the third period. Night and day difference from the first period, I should say, to the second and third period combined. Now, did they play some of the best hockey that they've ever played in the last two periods? No, there definitely were some areas they could clean up. You had a sloppy turnover from Panarin in the third period, which led to William Nylander getting a breakaway. You thought, oh shit, there was a goal there. Austin Matthews thinks he's in the MLS, which we'll dive into that later. But I truly think the second period was a really great period for them. I think that period was one of the better periods that they have played all season long. But let's dive into the numbers here. For this one, I need water. I'm losing my voice from that game. I was screaming a lot. Whether it was at Sheldon Keefe yelling at the referees, whether it was the fact that Ryan Reaves scored 2 goals, whether it was the refs with some questionable calls and, lack of calls, which started in the first period, which we'll get to. But shots on goal for the game, 38-27 in favor of the Leafs. The third period, the Rangers allowed 17 shots. That was unacceptable. However, the Leafs did end up getting a lot of power plays in this one, so that did kind of factor into how that played out. And the Rangers power play was not it tonight. Leafs went 1 for 4 on their power play, where the Rangers went 0 for 2. The Rangers power play looked awful, especially that late power play looked really abysmal. They ended up putting the fourth line out there for the last 30 seconds because of how piss poor it was. Just ugly zone entries at the start of the game. I mean, it was atrocious hockey at the beginning of this one. Face off, so 55-45 in favor of the Leafs, so not too bad there. Hits 31-12 in favor of the Rangers. Block shots 15-14 in favor of the Rangers, and giveaways 8 for the Leafs, 9 for the Rangers in this one. But like I said, the first period, things started early. You had a questionable, what could have been, I thought, called early in this one. I forgot who it was on. I don't know why I'm forgetting off the rip. I think Kreider ended up getting hooked or something early. I thought that they missed a call there. Pretty obvious. It might have been something else, but the refs off the jump were just not great tonight. Ilya Mikheyev gets on the board early from Pierre Engvall. Abysmal turnover by Ryan Lindgren there in the corner. Don't know what he was doing. Patrick Nemeth out. I don't know what he's doing, but he's posing like a statue instead of even trying to get in the passing lane. But abysmal turnover, and that ends up getting into the back of the net, and the Leafs go up early. And then not too long after, you have a garbage penalty called on Kreider, who ends up tripping. Forgot who it was a trip, but he gets a tripping call. Mitch Marner then scores from Nylander and Tavares on the power play. And it's like, dude, what are we doing here? And I don't know what the hell Trouba and Miller were doing there. You had Keandre Miller fall behind the net. Jacob Trouba doesn't know who to play on. And then it's all day backdoor for Mitch Marner there. And that gives the Leafs a 2-0 lead early. And then Ryan Reaves takes a penalty. An ugly penalty that was completely unnecessary. That was stupid by him. But it's like, come on, what are we doing here? Shots of that period ended up being 11-7 in favor of the Leafs. does that tell the story of how bad the Rangers were that period. They took forever to get a shot on goal until it was Panarin getting a pretty good chance on the backhand. Filipino got a good look for the second shot of the game in front of the net. He was wide open. Thankfully, though, the Rangers get on the board. McKegg and Fox get the puck in deep. They keep battling along the board there. McKegg, where Fox dumps it down to McKegg. McKegg wins a board battle. Ryan Reeves, right in front of the net, goes backhand, forehand, buries that one on Jack Campbell. And the Rangers cut the lead to 2-1. So that was nice to see Ryan Reeves score his first goal. But it was like, come on, we're still playing bad hockey here. What are we doing? My voice is gone. Jeez. That was the most I screamed at a game in a while. I scream a lot at games. But, oh yeah, and then later in the first period, Michael Bunting scores from Matthews and Marner. Just the rebound control for Shesterkin was ugly at the beginning of this one. Gets a golden opportunity there. And, yeah, I don't know what Trouba and Miller were doing there either. Miller decides to do a little shell move where he ducks down and then gets back up, a little L1 move there, or left bump, or whatever you play on. And then I don't know what happened to Trouba there, but Bunting ends up burying that one from Matthews and Marner, if I didn't mention that. Second period, though, the Rangers looked a lot better right out of the gate. Sorry, I'm trying to clear my throat here. They looked a lot better out of the gate. You had some good opportunities, and it pays, and they cash in early. Ryan Reeves with a second goal from Miller and Trouba there. A little bounce off the boards. Keandre shoots one wide, goes off the boards. Ryan Reeves picks that up as it's a lucky bounce, and he buries that one. Rangers cut it to a 3-2 game. But you have Mitch Marner then in the second get a golden opportunity. Igor stops that. But they let up far too many opportunities there. Shots, though, 11-10 in favor of the Rangers. I thought that I should say too many shots there. They played really solid in the second, but there were a couple of good opportunities there for the Leafs. But even the Rangers, they got good opportunities. You had Julian Gauthier get a good opportunity. That might have been the first, actually. Maybe I'm tripping here. But there were a lot of good looks there. But then late in the second, Panarin with a great, beautiful zone entry finds Ryan Strome. Strome with a cross crease pass to Adam Fox, who comes in on the rush, and he buries that, and the Rangers tie this one at 3. And you go, here we fucking go. Here we go. You knew right then and there they were coming back. From there, when the Leafs choked that lead, as they always do, I knew right then and there this was one the Rangers were going to win. I knew it. And even then, when they were down 3-1, and the way that they started that second period, you got the vibe early. And then the third period, 17-9 in favor of the Leafs for shots. Again, doesn't really say much because of the power plays, the empty net at the end of that period. They had the goalie pulled for like 4 minutes there, but they pulled him at like the last 4 minutes, I should say. Is what I meant to say. But the Rangers get a lot of good looks there. But like I said, they gave an ugly look to Panarin with an ugly turnover to William Nylander. Nylander, who's been cash money all year, gets a breakaway. You think, shit, here we go. He's going to score. He doesn't. Tavares gets some good looks for them. But they had a couple good looks. But then you had some of the Leaf players diving. Like Filipino throws a soft little hit on Mitch Marner. He goes down like a house of cards. Come on. Come on. And in the second period, too, you had Michael Bunting. Dude, what the hell are you doing? This isn't soccer. They call a slashing penalty on Ryan Strome. Complete and utter bullshit, by the way. I don't know what that call was, but that was a really soft call. Bunting just dives down. And he missed that chance. But I feel like I'm missing on a golden opportunity that the Rangers had, but there were a couple chances that the Leafs had in the second too, where I was sitting in the blue seat, so I was right by the action where the Leafs were shooting, and there was so many. Holy shit, my heart! I'm pretty sure Michael Bunting had one that flicked over the net. Matthews, I think, did. Matthews, by the way, his shot in person, my God, is it so deadly to watch. But the third period, like I mentioned, how about the Ryan connection here? Panarin with another clean zone entry. Lindgren with a nice little shot. Strome ends up... I might have confused the Panarin zone entries, but regardless, on one of them, he had a clean zone entry. Really good, beautiful one. And Ryan Strome, he hits an open net there. And the Rangers go up 4-3. And then not too long after, Zibanejad and Trouba get an apple for Chris Kreider, as Kreider gets a good rebound on a Trouba shot there in front of the net. Nobody there to cover him. Rangers go up 5-3. And Jack Campbell, my God, did he look shaky tonight for a guy that's in the Vezina conversation. And then after that, not too long after, Matthews gets a soccer goal. Sheldon Keefe, you jerk off, quit complaining. He started complaining a lot there on the bench, which I guess understandable if you're the coach there, and that's, you know, a crucial goal. But they pulled the goalie early there, and you have that soccer type goal, and the entire garden going like this. It was fucking hilarious to watch them all go in sync like this. I joined in, but then that ended up getting called no goal. And then the badge had the Fox from the other end of the ice buries the empty netter. Rangers win this one 6-3. My throat is killing me. My God. But each line for the night, let's get into that, because I've been going for way too long here. The first line, which the lines ended up getting juggled a bit in the first, but we're going to go with what the lines were most of the game, which has been what we've been accustomed to with the first line of Kreider, Zibanejad, and Kakko. You ended up having Panarin shift on that line at one point. Then you had, what was it, Gauthier? No, I'm mixing it up. I think it was Hedl playing with Strome and Lafreniere, and then you had Gaudreau, Gauthier, and Gaudreau playing together. No, Kakko was playing with Gaudreau and Gauthier. What the hell am I talking about? But regardless, we're going with what the lines were most of the night. That first line was absolutely abysmal. I thought Kreider had a solid game, but outside of that, that first line was absolutely atrocious tonight. Mika Zibanejad didn't even get a shot on goal. He looked awful tonight, I thought. Kakko, I thought, had a really bad night as well. He didn't get a shot off. He didn't do anything that looked spectacular. He had a nice little play on the penalty kill in the second period, I believe it was. That was really about it from what I remember there. But, oh yeah, with the first period, another thing I wanted to touch on quickly, there were way too many times where the Rangers went for the home run pass, where the Leafs were just clogging the neutral zone up way too much, trapping, and the Rangers would just try to do a home run pass, and it just would be icing. And it just wasn't, it was nonstop. That fourth line got a pretty long shift there because they kept icing the damn puck. But, like I was saying, that first line, awful tonight, except for Kreider. Kreider had a really, really great night. He had 5 shots on goal. Definitely could have got more than 1 goal there on the night. But second line of Panarin, Strome, and Hedl, I'm actually liking this line quite a bit. Hedl, there was a chance it looked like he had in front of the net in the second period. That was the one I was thinking of when I was talking about before, where it bounced off his skate and he just couldn't get control of it. That could have been a goal there. But Hedl, I thought, had a pretty decent night. He's looked a bit better. He had 2 shots on goal. They don't want him even taking a lot of faceoffs, though. There was a time on the power play where they had Lafreniere take the faceoff instead of Hedl, which I thought was pretty interesting there. But yeah, Hedl, I think he looks a lot better on the wing. He looks a lot more comfortable there, especially playing with Strome and Panarin. I think you give that line a little bit more time. I think that they're going to do well. After the first period, they were firing on all cylinders. I was complaining about that line a lot. And then when I did, And I was saying they need to get going. They need to get going because all game it's like, dude, you're not going to win when your bottom six is the only one contributing, especially with Ryan Reaves scoring 2 goals. You're not going to win a hockey game when your only 2 goals are from Ryan Reaves. The top 6 needs to get going. One of the lines did. And yeah, surely enough, next shift, they end up contributing to that Adam Fox goal. But, yeah, I thought that they were good. Strome with 4 shots on goal. He had a good night. Panarin, he had that ugly turnover, but he still ended up with 2 apples on the night. Strome with 2 points on the night as well. And then Hedl, he didn't get a point. He could have easily, though, tonight. By the way, I've never mentioned this. It's so nice not having to, like, look at the ice time so often when I'm doing these videos like I did last year with David Quinn as the coach. But third line of Lafreniere, Gaudreau, Gauthier. I love this line a lot. They definitely got robbed of opportunities, and I thought that they were the most consistent all night. Defensively, unreal. Barclay Goodrow was unreal tonight defensively, doing all the little things that you wouldn't really notice or don't pop up on the stat sheet. But you should notice them because they are sick plays that he makes. He had 1 shot on goal. There was a chance for him to get a breakaway, I believe, as well. But again, a couple missed home run passes that they were trying there. He had 4 hits on the night. Lafreniere with 3 hits. He had a shot on goal. I thought that he had a pretty good game. And then same thing with Gauthier. I thought they all had a good game. They easily could have gotten the score sheet with the way they were playing. And then how about the 4th line tonight? How about the 4th line? Greg McKegg, or Kevin Rooney, Greg McKegg, Ryan Reaves, especially Ryan Reaves, who was definitely the player of the game tonight. My God. 2 goals for Revo tonight, 5 hits. Unreal. Outside of that dumb penalty, he was all over the damn ice. By the way, it is worth of note that Lafreniere, Gauthier, and Gaudreau, like I said, with their defensive abilities, they weren't on the ice for one of the Leaf goals tonight at all. Just something to keep note of there. But yeah, Reaves definitely the best player of the night. He was sick. He was sick. Badger with 2 points. You know, he didn't have the prettiest game, I just realized, but still got 2 points. Kevin Rooney had a good game. He could have gotten the score sheet. And then Greg McKegg, he gets an apple. He had a really good game, actually. He set up Rooney for a good opportunity as well. But Reaves also, he could have got a hat trick in the 3rd period. The goalie pulled. Everyone chanting, "We want Revo. We want Revo." Everyone chanting it. It was so fucking funny. But love that. And then for the defense, the GOAT farm pair, Lindgren, not a pretty turnover there. But other than that, he looked great tonight. He ends up getting an apple. Adam Fox gets 3 points on the night. He was unreal tonight. Unfucking real. Just a clean little poke check. I think it was on Pierre Engvall. My God, he's so good. Miller and Trouba. Bit of an off night for them. They both get points. They combine for 3 points. Trouba with 2 of them. Miller for 1. They had a pretty decent night. 3 shots on goal for Trouba. 2 for Miller. Outside the first period, they were solid, though. And then Nemeth and Schneider. Schneider was good. Nemeth, I mean, he didn't have the worst game. He had a nice little defensive play to make up for one of Schneider's bad plays, where that was a rare mistake from Schneider, which is crazy to say about a rookie. But my God, this kid looks sick out there. And this is from someone that questioned the pick when it was made. And then Igor Shesterkin, shaky rebound control in the first period, but outside of that, he did what he needed to, stop in 35 shots on 38 attempts. Let's get to Twitter, though. My voice is completely gone right now. New York Style 24 says, "Whoa, what a comeback. This was a complete different team after the first period. How about them Rangers?" 100% was a completely different team. You see how they responded. And I saw you on Twitter. I'm not feeling confident. I said, hey, we got to see how they respond in the second period. This is why I try to say, don't be pessimistic with this team. They respond well. They have a shaky second period. All right, fine. Maybe there's concern going into the third, but they responded beautifully. Completely different team, as you said. You couldn't have put it better yourself there. And then NY Ted says, what are your thoughts after the first period? Basically, it goes together with New York Style 24's question that, yeah, they were a completely different team. And just, you saw them dominating with the puck more, looking better defensively. Igor looking sharper. Completely different team. Completely different. The third period, they had a little shaky moments, but the second period was really damn good. But outside of that, nothing else really on Twitter. And I just want to wrap this up quick because my voice is gone if you can't tell. But that's going to be it for this one. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you guys are new, of course, especially if you're Ranger fans, turn the notification bell on, of course, so you know when I upload. And other than that, yeah, see you guys in the next one.